Right, I'm sure you'll all join in a second. I am gonna get this going because I need to, because it's Thursday today and we know what happens on Thursday at 8 o'clock, so we need to get this finished. So I am just make sure I've got OBS up there so I can see when any chat comes in, and you guys, I guess you can join in when you're there. Apologies, it's probably going to be the case again where you'll just have to kind of hook back up, get out of the stream that you're watching once it goes blank, and then get on the next one. I've got a shed load of editing to do tomorrow. Luckily I'm not streaming tomorrow. I've got 3 that are all in pieces that need putting together. But I'll get on so that we can get it done before the clap. So if we get a break in the stream again, most of you know what to do. As I say, I always just go straight out of YouTube. So close YouTube down, come back on again, go onto my channel and look for the live one, which will be the new live one that I've put up there basically. Evening again, Joanna. That looks better now, because I'm going to forget that last one anyway. That part is just being deleted, or going to be eventually, because I was so close to the beginning. I thought I might as well start this one again. From now on, I'll carry on with the ride. So, welcome everybody to the magical mystery bike ride that goes nowhere. We have been travelling for several days now from the top of Scotland, and we're getting close to the bottom of Scotland. Sometime over the weekend we'll be doing something special. We'll be crossing that border, I hope, if all goes well and I'm still in one piece and the bike's still in one piece and all the technical stuff still in one piece. Did I see a picture of you on Facebook, Joe, saying feeling brighter? I think it was a very nice picture. You were very red. Your hair, that was, not your face. Right, don't want to see any rings in the middle of that screen, do I? I want that to stay nice and clear. I think I've learnt now that usually chat will eventually catch up. My only worry is the Facebook one, but I'm sure we'll get an opportunity to get that back on. We need to get Yasmin on YouTube. But I know Sean can do either if he wants to. I'm not sure whether Yasmin is YouTube capable. Not as in capable of doing YouTube. I'm sure she is. As in she has the facility for YouTube. Oh, she's got a facility for Facebook. She's got a facility for YouTube. It looked amazing. George's hair grows like that if she doesn't straighten it. And I think she's actually now letting it go like that. For quite a while she used to hate it like that, and straighten it all the time, like Linda. So the one disappointing thing though, I sort of made the map, made the stop into Edinburgh in the hopes that it would go through the middle, but it's still chucking me back onto the ring road. But not that we're going to miss any scenery. You're welcome, Joe. I could do nothing with my hair today, hence the headgear. It's gone out of control. It's past the point. There isn't enough hair gel in the world. Well, there probably is actually. You just start using that hair glue in it. So I've done everything now. I've tried to. I've migrated the whole of the Streamlabs OBS over to my C drive now. Done all the bits and pieces they said to do. So if the alerts don't work now, then I don't know what else to do. There's one other thing to do apparently, but you have to do it with the support of the technical staff. So I still don't know whether, I'm pretty certain the YouTube alert box still does not work. Just have to announce it in chat. I have liked, I have subscribed, I have whatever. Yes, apologies for a few of the random streams that went up during the day. That was me testing out all the bits and pieces just to try and get this to work. So I now have the Prime version of it. It's now been uninstalled, reinstalled, which is about, I felt sick doing that. If I lose everything now, I was told you won't lose everything. That's because everything on OBS when you log it in now, when you're on Prime, goes into a cloud. So as soon as you log back on after you've installed it, or if you go on another computer and do it, then all your scenes will come back on, which they did, luckily. And I've got about probably 12 scenes. Scenes take hours and hours to set up usually. They look quite simple, but they take a lot of setting up. And it's not coming up on chat, is it? As in the chat box. So I might, very simple thing to do. How many times have I done this? Seems to do the trick anyway, so I'm going to do it. Get rid of the chat box. Add a chat box. Chat box. Chat box. Add a chat box. Yes. Same chat box, please. Bung it down there. You're not seeing me doing anything basically, but I am. Trust me, I'm being very clever and technical here. Chuck that up to there. And with a bit of luck, that will populate eventually. Yeah, I've done. That's what I've just done. I was noticing when I was doing some of the tests today that sometimes it just has to catch up, and sometimes it takes 5-10 minutes sometimes, and then it will just go fill up the chat box and away it goes, kind of thing. So I've done it now because it hadn't done it at all, but we'll see. I'll be patient. I can see the chat here underneath the screen, like you probably can. Matt is back on. Matt and Lucy are back on. Got 5 people watching. It says 4 there, it says 5 here, so one of those must be YouTube. Facebook. Hi 5 people. Or those that I can't see on chat. If you are chatting away on Facebook and it hasn't come up, I apologise. Hopefully it will catch up. I'll say hello to myself and see if that comes on. Oh. There we go, look at that. Kick up the bum gets it going. Just need to make sure that the Facey bookie's working now. There's nothing in the mainstream on my side of things, so I can't see that. Hi Ed. So we got Joanna, Matt and Lucy, Ed and Anita, and a few others in the wings. I've got a fairly long ride today, and we have that famous new tradition, Thursday tradition, at 8 o'clock. So if we get breaks in it, I'll carry on cycling, get the stream back up again, and you guys can then catch up. Unless the one last night, that was just a killer. That we'd had contact for so long yesterday, and about must have been a quarter of a mile from the end, the stream went again, and I had to cycle really, really, really slowly because I wanted to make sure that everybody that had been watching managed to get back on to at least see the end, which we kind of pretty much did. Hi Nick. I'm wearing a bandana. See? Because my hair is eventually gone. It is wild, and I don't want to shave it off, not yet. That may have to come at some stage. How are you, Nick? Oh, you would have been proud of me on Dark and Light today, I'll tell you. I was determined, I was. Got 2 new teleports as well next time you're on. To 2 new places. Need a cough sweet. See if I dig deep enough in here, I might find one. That one. Oh, my favourite. Jacobman's. These are the originals. That's the best ones. What level am I now? Sorry, this will make no sense to anybody else. That's okay. Guess. was like 58 a couple of days ago. 58. That's not my age, that was my level. Still 58 sometimes. I'm probably giving it away now, haven't I? Seven viewers. Ooh. What if I can see YouTube there? Maybe I should have Facebook on, although I can't really see that. It's too small writing. You're all on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, come over. Or we will catch up eventually. Don't know why it won't come up. Listen. Never mind. Never mind. 9 people watching. I think I'm going to have to go over to Facebook just to see if there is any chat going on. Let's see if I can do that. Ah, I don't think there is. No, I don't think it's even working on Facebook at the moment. Ah. So, you're all on YouTube. That's cool. That's cool. I'm going back onto YouTube then. Live chat's back up. Nick hasn't answered. But hey, the answer, Nick, is level 60. Da, 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 da. Highest level you can get. That's only impressed one person on this stream. Yeah, so again, apologies for the head wear. It may have to be on for a few days till I can work out what I'm going to do. What I can tell you is my replacement lens came today. I wasn't expecting to get it for ages. I thought about it and then ordered it last night, and it came. Was it last night I ordered it? Night before, I think. Must have gone next day delivery, but it was free postage to me. So, and I'm extremely pleased with it. So that's twice now that I've ordered what would be the cheaper Sigma, and it's got far more features. Feels a lot more sturdy. The image on it, I think is much better. The focusing is much smoother. doesn't do it as often, which is an annoying thing. Normally you don't have it on autofocus on a DSLR camera, but when you do on a Nikon lens, it seems to just continually focus. This finds its focus and sticks with it for a while. Seven viewers, that's pretty good. I'm happy, if you're happy. So I'll say hello to you all. Again, just let me chats up there. Hello. Oh, and that came up in mainstream. So we might have, possibly now, there's a chance we got Facebook chat up. I won't know that until somebody in Facebook chats to me. Anybody that's in Facebook land, just say hello. That way at least I can see your name. I know you're there. Because all I see is a number. I don't see who's watching. Unless obviously you want to stay anonymous. Do 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 do. Who fancies a guess? What I'll give you up to 5 miles. 5 miles to guess. It's a single stage. 7 people, so there will be someone there that don't know. Just put your answer to the nearest tenth of a mile in chat. If you look at the what is the word it says on it? Distance. This makes sense. Which now says 3.9. That's how far we've gone already. If you look down the bottom, you can see a little red line sticking straight up. That is where we are at 3.9 miles. That squiggly white line, have I got it? Yes, I have, because I had to reset that, is the elevation. But what that tells you is the very beginning of that line on your left is where we started, and the very end of that line is where we'll finish. Use those little bits of information to try and guess, or just randomly guess. No, nothing I can do, Joe, I don't think. It's not like we get many people at the moment watching on Facebook, so our main audience at the moment is YouTube. I almost feel like taking it off Facebook, but having the pages on there is useful as well anyway. So you can't really, no. It's fine on Facebook. People will come on and have a look. And some people just want to watch and listen, don't they? So you can do that on Facebook. Yasmin, if you're on Facebook, you'll just have to shout a bit louder, okay? So, I've got a guess off Jojo. I've got a pen and a pad. I've got most things ready. It was just the earbuds. The end of my pen has come loose. That needs going back in again. So that's not good for Mont Blanc. Joe. 23.6. Thank you, Joe. Oof. 23.6. And we're on 4.3. Heading round the outside of Edinburgh. Wanted to head through the middle, but the trainer wouldn't let me. Don't know why, but it wouldn't. Linda went to work today for a few minutes. So I've locked her in the downstairs toilet for 2 days to fumigate. I've just noticed that noise has gone on my the pedals. That's good news. Did I have a nice dinner in Edinburgh yesterday? Okay. Oh, look at the rays of sun coming across the clouds that you can't see. Yeah, I've swapped it round because the sun was just a nightmare yesterday, as you can see. Sorry, that's not the answer to your question. I did have a nice, yes, we had the sauerkraut, which is all right. I liked it, actually. It's different. And we had the bratwursts, which I really liked. They were nice. Whoa. And I had 2 types of mustard. Linda just had the not so hot mustard, but I remember when we got given all the sausages and mustard for our wedding present from the German relatives, you should have the 2 mustards. You should have a hot one and a not hot one, and you kind of swap between or mix it. I don't know, but you know, we didn't have German mustard, so I had Dijon and English. But that was all right. That kind of worked, and a few chips because I like chips. And then we had some Eton Mess ice cream, which was very, very nice. Lots and lots of different flavours in it. Impressed with that one. I'm enjoying this ride at the moment. This is a real ride. I've been really, really enjoying it. I haven't got my gloves on. I'll feel that a bit later on if I don't. It really starts hurting across there. Force of habit. Yeah, the sun's it's behind clouds, but it's like got all the rays coming down. Right, sort of like so. It's this really nice backdrop of the trees. So the trees on the top of the hill there. So you've got a hill going up there. Just to give anybody who doesn't know my garden. Might get to see a bit more of that on the weekend rides because I don't have to worry about the low evening sun glaring into the camera, which will be coming from that way behind the camera, which is why I've done it this way round. Although, ironically, the sun's behind clouds and it wouldn't have mattered at the moment. And then over that side, it's much flatter and the view goes on for miles and miles and miles. Don't know how many miles. A lot. I did. I've got a few pictures of the B and Hotel B&B hotel pub stroke everything that I'm going to be staying at tonight, which is the Golf Tavern. I did on that there, picture of some food there. I'm gonna just make that bigger so you can see. I think that's main courses, isn't it? I thought it looked like ice cream for a minute. Whee. So that's it. That's where I'm staying tonight. Picture of one of the rooms. It's got quite a nice bar. Food looks okay. It's got a pool table. Traditional kind of Scottish interior inside. And very good price from what I remember. So, put it back on the main page. That is the Golf Tavern in Haddington. Now that's a big climb going out of Edinburgh, isn't it? I'm not sure what the height is. No, can't see what the maximum height is on that scale. Ah, got another guess. Matt and Lucy, or Lucy and Matt we got actually. Lucy has guessed 25.8. Lucy. Last night's winner. Got to keep up the Gallagher reputation here. And Matt, 28. Whoa, going big. Sean's still working, Joe. See, when I don't think about it and speak, I just say Joe straight away. Don't say anything else, just Joe. The only other name I call Joe is Babe. Simple as that. So I don't know why I took to calling her Joanna on the stream, because that's just fatally going to end up as Joanne every now and again, which she does not like. Stick to Joe. Can't go wrong. Or Jojo. Flapjacks. Whoa. Don't mind a bit of flapjack. Hello. It's a strange woman chasing me. Sorry? Oh, I'd love a cup of tea, Mrs. Cafe Lady, please. Thank you. So, am I going to get this finished before the clap? I thought it was going to be a lot sunnier than this evening. It's been a lovely day all day. I don't mind though. Hmm? Oh, that's a good question. Um, um, I can't remember actually. I don't know what I've done with it. That's all right. Oh, I didn't finish it. I'm allowed to stop. It's carrying on without me. Keep on going. Keep on running, baby. Ow. I needed to stop for a cloth. Oh, get going. I always think it seems to be funny that it didn't happen that time, at that point, luckily. But sometimes when I stop is when the stream stops. It's as though the bike's powering it. It isn't. The computer doesn't run off the bike. It'd be good if it did, save a bit of electric. So Sean's playing COD. Is he good at it, Joe? Let's see how thick these lenses are. They're prescription lenses, obviously, but thick. You probably can't see that. Don't know if you can see it. They're good though. They're actually the vision in these. I know they're. Oh dear, I have to wash that. Yeah, the vision in these is better than any pair of glasses I've ever had. Good old Oakleys. You trying to be diplomatic there, Joe? Matt Lucy said hi, Linda. Matt and Lucy said hi, Linda. Hi back. I don't know if you heard that. You probably heard that. She said she can message back. I'm never diplomatic. Oh, just honest. So, the hot topic at the moment is what's going to happen. Right, so it won't happen on Sunday, I'm sure, but what's going to be said on Sunday, isn't it? Just try and take it as I trying to take the stuff on this. No control. It will be what it will be. Got a friend who's getting all his fishing gear ready just in case. I do think it's funny how at the time we're expecting something to happen forward wise, Scotland are now going backwards because they obviously went too soon. So. We are the same island. Got Ed and Anita's. Thank you, you two. Right, gonna have to sort this pen out. I'm disappointed in that. Right, in the order they are: Ed, single D, 24.5, and Anita, no D's, 23.2. Cool. That's everybody who's on chat as guest. Oh, except for Nick, but I think Nick might have popped off. Yeah, please. Thank you. Ow, 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 ow. That's quite warm. It's highing Matt and Lucy, running commentary on the chat. I was thinking actually, when I said about the Facebook side of it, that could actually be why we're getting problems now with it dropping out, because if you stream on more than one platform, which I wasn't previously, takes a lot more bandwidth, and maybe I just don't have that bandwidth, and that's why the Facebook one is kind of cut out, because it's obviously decided there's not enough internet oomph for both of them. So maybe I need to think whether or not I have that Facebook platform, or whether I just give people on Facebook the ability to get onto YouTube, which was working beforehand. We'll see. There's no way I can bump up, the internet here is what it is. Persevere over the weekend, think about it. Maybe look into it tomorrow on my rest day. For those that don't know, those that are watching now, which is quite a few people, more than ever before. It's going up and up every day now. I won't be streaming tomorrow. One rest day, or recovery day, a week. I've been given my orders and advice by enough people to know that that's what I should be doing. But we will be streaming Saturday and Sunday, and those will be at 2 o'clock. So weekends are 2 o'clock, so that you can have a nice bit of your evening to yourselves. Get the barbie out, or whatever you want to do. And then obviously on Monday it'll be back to 5:30, or as near to I can do it, depending on technical issues. I'll give that a few minutes, I think, to settle down. Get the feet going round. Need a little page on my YouTube one, a little tutorial on how to set up channel so you can chat. Might get more people on it, because I think what happens is, like we've got now, we've got quite a few people watching, certainly more than are chatting, but they may or may not know how to get onto the chat. If you are on there and you want to get on the chat, you probably don't have a bar at the bottom that says chat publicly as and whatever your YouTube name is, and that is probably because you don't have a YouTube channel. So go into, I think you click on your picture or something, or click on wherever it says my channel, or YouTube it, how to set up your channel. Just do the basics basically. Go on there, stick your name in, set it up. Takes about less than 5 minutes. I can do it, it's not that difficult. And then when you do that, when you go back on again onto the stream, magically at the bottom there will be a bar, and I think it will probably depend on what you're watching on, it will be different, but generally it will have a smiley face symbol on the left, and then it says chat publicly as, and mine says Shades Macaroni, yours will say whatever it says, and then you have to click on that. But what I find on mine, certainly on the phone, on the laptop, as soon as I click on it, it comes up, because obviously the keyboard is manual, mechanical, but on the phone I seem to have to click it 2 or 3 times with my finger, and then obviously the keyboard comes up on your phone and you just chat away like you would on text. Now looking and thinking, worrying, will I get this finished? I can't stop because the mileage, the program will stop. I think I will, if I do, then great, because we clap out that side by the front door. I will have to stay here, because at the end of the day, I'm doing it for NHS Charities Together. I will clap from this side while I'm cycling. That'll be a first. But hopefully I'll get it finished. Bit of family chat going on. That's not a bad idea, actually, is it? Clap live on stream. Still gets the message across. And there'll be people out that way that will clap. So. Oh. Quite close today, I think. Certainly feels it. A bit sticky. There's not so much haze. You see quite clearly into the distance today over that way. Come on, legs. Gives me a sec. Didn't run out screwdriver anyway. Need. Yeah, I don't think you can even watch it on Facebook at the moment, can you, Joe? Thank you, Yasmin, for sending your love. Where Nick's gone. Sun's just come out now. Sun's come out to play. So what joys we've got to watch on TV tonight. I think we've still got an episode of Normal People left. Ah, right. She should get her channel up and running, and she could become a streamer. She'd be a good streamer. It should be Yasmin's no nonsense advice channel. Oh, seagulls are around. Must be a bit stormy out at sea. Let's get past that 10 miles. Get into double figures. Always good. Come over to the dark side, Yasmin. You know it makes sense. Oh, need to bite banana. I'm going to get off for about 15-20 seconds to grab myself a banana from behind that door. When we get to 10 miles, and straight back on again. Once I can open it, we seem to have bought a bunch of bananas that are almost impossible to open. Non-peel bananas, not easy peel oranges. The world's turned upside down. We've got easy peel oranges and impossible peel bananas. You'll probably see in a minute. Right, I'm just going to get me a banana. I shall be back in the shape of a dog's doodah. Pick that screwdriver up as well. Hey, there we go. Hopefully we haven't lost anything. No, everything still seems to be ticking. This one's going to prove me wrong now because it's got a little black. Hey, look at that. See, that's what bananas supposed to do. These didn't. They just bent. They had like very rubbery skin, and then all the secondary outside stayed attached to the banana. Apologies for the eating noises. Stuart. Hiya, mate. Did you get on this via my instructions on the YouTube channel where you already chat enabled? Nice to see you. Well, not see you. Nice to hear from you. Haven't heard from you for a little while, and yeah, it's just really good to see that you're on there. How have you been? How's everybody? Oh, I've got a nice downhill bit coming up. That'll make a big difference. Not. Oh, they work then. Yeah, it's. I think a lot of people go on and just think that immediately they can chat, and obviously they think there must be something wrong when they can't. I don't know why. Well, I know why YouTube has done it that way. It's because obviously you need a name to be able to go into chat. And unlike Facebook, because obviously at Facebook you set up all of that first of all, so you already have a name. YouTube, you can go on YouTube anytime you like and watch YouTube without being signed up to it, can't you? As far as I know, I think you probably have to be signed up to a certain extent. So it's kind of, you have to do it backwards. Got a few garden jobs on the go. Yeah, I have a lawn out there that says I need cutting, but we've got to be a bit careful because we put some grass seed down in certain places. I'm going to try and cut round it tomorrow. So you come on the day before my break, my recovery day. So we stream tonight, and then I have tomorrow off, and then we'll be streaming again at the weekend starting at 2 o'clock. The Saturdays and Sundays starts at 2 o'clock. Mondays to Thursdays starts at 5:30. That's what I'm going to try and stick to. I may, especially if I start doing longer, as I think I've worked out with, there may be a problem with this one. I might start at 5 o'clock on Thursdays just to make sure I've got it done before doing the Thursday clap. But today, if I have to, I will clap from the bike to all the people that are going to be live over that side. I just have to clap very loud so the people back that way as well can hear. I am well as well. Thank you for saying that. I certainly don't want to not be well, certainly not with that particular thing. Because I am on full not allowed out the house at all kind of thing, which is kind of how I got the idea of doing this. Yeah, I've seen a few bits on Facebook for the kids and things, and you. Stuart's a bowling mucker, like some of you on here are. I think quite a few people that you know there. I think you probably know everybody except Matt, who's Matt and Lucy, who's Ed. You know Ed from the Highworth dinners and things. Anyway, Lucy is Ed's daughter, well, Ed and Anita's daughter, obviously. Matt's her partner. And everybody else, you know. Unless Nick comes on, then that confuses it completely. I've missed you, that's for certain. He's also my pairs partner, but that's not a lot of use this season. You've been missing bowls? I think Joe and Sean have. I'm not sure I have. I think sometimes I've just been missing the outside. I sneaked down the path last night and had a look up and down the road, see what outside looks like. So as you're new on, Stu, I'll explain to you as well. We do sometimes have problems with Tinternet dropping out. If it does, if your screen goes blank, give it a few seconds. Sometimes it'll blip out and come back again. If it's out for more than a minute or so, then go back out of YouTube, give it a minute, come back in, because I'll restart it, so it'll be a different stream basically. Same thing basically. I'll just have to literally turn it off and turn it back on, but it comes up as a different stream. So go back out of it, go back into my channel, and look for the one that's got the little live symbol. That'll be the one that is going at the moment. Just give it a minute or two. So I'll say go out. Chance to make a cup of tea or something. Thought I might see Dave on this at some stage. Too busy to miss bowls. I bet she has. This is the one opportunity that the non-bowling partners have got to get loads and loads of stuff done, isn't it? So especially those that bowl indoors and out. We were talking yesterday, sorry for those that aren't bowlers, but we were talking yesterday about the fact that there's a chance that there'll be a big influx of people who don't normally bowl indoors joining indoors, because obviously by the time this finishes, the outdoor will be kind of over, and there's going to be lots of people gagging to play bowls. So that was I think Miles from the other club. That's we're talking to him about that, and I could see that happening. People think, oh, I just want to get some bowls done, and joining indoors. So that could be quite interesting to have some very full indoor clubs. I suppose that will be the same for a lot of sports that have an indoor and an outdoor season. There's going to be a lot of very full indoor sports clubs when this lifts, I think. I want to have a look at the map, see if it. Just wanted to see where we are. Nowhere in particular by the looks of it. Just looking at, see if there's any particular landmarks coming up. And just because I wanted to rest my legs for a few seconds. No. So I was just looking at the computer screen. Let's get the chat back up. Right. Less of the looking and more of the making the legs go around. So I don't know whether you've read up on what I'm doing, Stuart, or whether you want me to explain. I will be more than happy to explain if you ask me to. Gives me something to talk about. Oh. Little mini wall. Let's get through this one. Excuse the lack of chat. I just want to get my legs in a rhythm. Sure. Yeah, it just shows I've lost my cloth. It's been in there for days, and it's not. Oh, well. So guys, I'm after your advice now. It looks like we're not quite halfway yet, and we're done. Hour and 15, and we only have 3/4 an hour until the 8 o'clock clap. Should I do the clap here, or I don't necessarily need to stop the stream, but basically stop the ride which means I'll have to reset, which is not a major problem. It'll probably take me 5 to 10 minutes to reset the trainer to go from the point that I finished at to the rest of it. You guys tell me what you think I should do. Practically, morally, everything because there's probably still going to be what, half an hour left after the clap still to ride, certainly 20 minutes. The nearer I get, the more I think that I should basically go and join in the clap properly and then come back to it. It's not a biggie. I can get it set up. I'll go into the Be Back Soon page and then I'll set it up once I've got the trainer up and running. I think I talked myself into this. Once I've got the trainer up and running, I'll put the countdown page on for like 5 minutes. Well, you'll kind of know anyway, because it will be just after. It's not going to be away long, am I? Yeah. Oh, I just cut. No, I'll do the clap there. Come back, leave it running. I'll have the page up. You'll be able to see. And what you'll have is where the map is. Until I've set it up, will just be a black space. You'll see my mug on the camera, and as soon as the map's up, that means that we're up and running and ready to go. So I think that's the way to do it. I should show my respect the right way. I think I was trying to convince myself that doing it on the stream is good enough, but it's not, is it? The stream might pick up the clap though from the other side. That'll be quite funny when I leave it. So I might actually leave the oh no, I can't, can I? I can't leave the microphone on because it's attached to me. Oh, just turn it off. Just turn it off. Yeah. So just before 8 o'clock, I will get off the bike, down at the front, do the clap, come back, and hopefully you guys will join in for the last bit. That way I don't try and push it too much now and end up not actually being able to finish at all. I've already felt the pressure taken off me just by saying that's what I'm going to do. Gives me a proper little break as well. So I think I can safely say that now I've got all of your guesses, the mileage game. Stuart hasn't had one, but we do the mileage game guesses within the first 3 or 5 miles. People, just in case you're still listening, Stuart At the beginning, we have a little game of people guessing how far I'm going to go tonight. I can say quite safely that it's further than everybody but one. So I'm definitely not going to get this finished by 8 o'clock. Well, yeah, cheat. I'll take your guesses. I think, good job I didn't throw it out of the lens. You know, how rubbish my aim is. I'm going to write, how come you got 2 guesses? You can't have 2. You're lucky I'm letting you have 1. Which one is it? Do you want the 26.5 or the 24? You've gone back through chat just to check, haven't you? I'm doing the 26.5. I should split the difference. If it's a 50-50, you don't win, the other person does. There you go. I've done that before. Causes all sorts of arguments. Hit the wrong button. I see. On the first one. Yeah, I've taken the right one then. You get the idea anyway. You look at the line down the bottom. The white line is obviously, it's actually the elevation, but you can judge from that where the beginning started and where the end finishes. And you can look at the miles done at the top, 14.2 at the moment. So how are you finding this season as captain, Stuart? A bit easier than normal? The B team hasn't, still going strong. That's good news. What's everybody having for tea tonight? That's a nice easy question. Get a bit on the chat. Can I put my normal glasses on? Oh. Oh, that was a killer, that one. I even heard that. Need to stop doing that. Oh, all steamed up now. I can't not wear glasses because I can't see the chat. And because I was halfway through a trial on contact lenses when it all went tits up. So I'm going to have to start that all over again, I suppose. Oh, why is this? Come on, legs. Not a way to go yet. Oh, it just keeps cramping. Okay, come on. Oh. Excuse me. Disgusting, but it works. I can't remember what I said earlier on. I think I said, how are you enjoying this season being captain? Is it easier than normal? And I'm glad to see that the B team's still going strong. My microphone, oh yes, still got to level up. Oh, come on. Round a bit. I think everybody's watching and having tea at the moment. It's about that time, isn't it? You used a rude word. I had to allow it to be seen. It's not that rude. Anything's easier than being my voice, I think, even on a good year. Trying, Ed. Trying. Ed knows me too well. I can't. Although I did voice I was having cramp, I suppose. I think even when I try and hide it, he knows when I'm struggling. Soon be in England. Not that I haven't enjoyed Scotland. We've virtually passed some quite interesting places. just in case you didn't see, Stu, I shall show you. This is I travel from place to stay to place to stay, place to stay to place to stay, because I'm trying to do it as realistically as possible. This is where I shall be staying tonight, virtually. The Golf Tavern in, where is it? I can't remember now. I can see that when I go back to the other screen. Looks like a fairly decent place. Haddington, that's it. Oh. Oh, that feels like I'm getting to I actually could felt myself get through that little hump, then sort of push through the wall, sort of felt the legs just ease a little bit. Certainly teaches you a bit about your body. So I'll get a proper break at 8 o'clock, just for a few minutes. I will have to reset the trainer, so we'll take a note of the mileage at that point, and then I'll edit to the map to get, so there'll be a new start point where the bike stops at. So so what I usually do is just take a photo with a phone of the map, and then I'll bring the start point to exactly that point on the map, and then I can finish the rest off after the clap, because well, actually everybody knows. So basically, Stuart, if I leave the trainer for more than a minute or two, all the sensors go back to sleep again. When the sensors go back to sleep, the program won't restart. I've got to basically start from the beginning. If I just click on the stage that I've done, it will reset itself right back to 16 miles ago. So that's why it's all kind of done in stages. Sometimes on the very long ones, I actually split it into 2 stages so that we can stop and start. But so that's why I'm going to have to do that. So after the 8 o'clock clap, we'll probably be going again with a bit of luck between 3 and 5 minutes. With not so much luck, 10 minutes. It has been longer because it's quite a CPU intensive program, and it can be a bit clunky and doesn't always do as it's told. Or maybe it's just driver error, as they say. And I actually might stop about 5 to 8, because I really do need a pit stop. But as long as the stream carries on going, I'm not going to turn the stream off, so hopefully you'll just come back, just go to the same stream, or you can leave it running, basically. There obviously is a possibility that while I'm away, it's happened I think once, the internet went down anyway, so I'd have to restart it. If it's a blank screen completely there, just go back onto in and out of YouTube and log on to the new live one. I think there's one thing I know for certain. When I stop, I'll definitely have less than 10 miles to go. And if you watch a few of these, Stuart, you'll find some of them seem to have it very easy. I've done much longer than I've done at the moment with no trouble at all. And other ones seem to be quite tough. This one's, I don't know, an in-betweeny, I think, really. Certainly not feeling easy, but it's not one of the worst. Although I haven't finished yet. But I think maybe the break will do me good. And by the way, as Nick was pointing out, it's a bandana. It's not a swimming cap. Although I think on one of the stages you have to go over a ferry, which is a bit of a bummer because in real life I can just have a few minutes rest with a bike next to me. But I'm going to have to actually cycle across, aren't I? So that's definitely one of the areas where you don't get an advantage. Cycle across the sea. I think that's just past Newcastle. A little ferry, I think. I can't remember now. Yeah, because the map, as you see, is actually Google Maps. So this particular trainer actually runs off Google Maps. So you are doing the actual route. A few detours on it. Going through Leeds, past my mate's house. Going through Shrewsbury, past my children's houses. And going through Highworth, past my house and past Gloucester House. Which, if you've read all the blurb, Gloucester House, well, you know I work there, is one of the charities that I'm raising money for doing this stupid thing, and the other one's the NHS charities together, which is why I was having my moral dilemma about the clapping, which I've now convinced myself the right thing to do, I think. Remember when I first started Edinburgh, the wall was usually about 5 miles. That was the bit that always caught me out. Even when I was gone up to the 20s, I always got 5 miles. Always used to seem get to 5 miles and suddenly it became hard for a bit. I don't seem to get that now, which is good. You just get one about 10, one about 15, and then one for about the last 4 or 5 miles. Well, the last 4 or 5 miles minus about the last quarter mile. The last quarter mile always seems easy because you know it's done. The pressure comes off of not finishing then, doesn't it? Sean! Oh, bog off. None of your business. Sean Stewart, Sean. I think you met before. Where's Jo gone now? Is she playing your game now? Have you had your tea already, Ed, or are you? Sorry. Got to remember, when I'm fiddling with the earpiece, don't talk because nobody can hear you. Sorry, Ed. Have you had your tea, Ed, or are you having it after the clap? Excuse the expression. A Hicks favourite, Joanne. Joanne, Lee. 2011. Curry. Can't remember which one. Think it's korma or tikka. Masala. You can see from the back, Sean, it's not a swimming cap. It's definitely not a swimming cap. It looks like a swimming cap. After clap, not sure what delight tonight. Oh, Gallagher surprise. I never happened that because Linda's been to Lidl's. So we're having a ready meal curry. And then I think I'm making a sweet and sour chicken tomorrow. Salmon fish cakes. Oh, I like salmon fish cakes. I think Aldi do some nice salmon fish cakes that we've got like a little, so almost kind of like a Kiev kind of version of it, that there's a little pocket in it that's got some kind of sauce or something in it. Right, 10 minutes and then we break. $1:45 at 1:44. We're going to have 1945. So must have started. Yeah, that's because we started half an hour late, isn't it? I can't start prepping any earlier. I prepped 2 hours beforehand. In fact, I'm going to save my banana for the curry. I like a few slices of banana in my curry. Nothing better. A break to go swimming. Gonna look a right idiot in all this gear. Oh, crikey. Mrs. Macaroni just scared the life out of me. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing? Got Stuart on. Yes, please. Yeah, I'm going to take a break for the clap. So, see if I can get rid of it. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Thank you. Say hello to Stuart. Wait. Say hello to Stuart. Hello, Stuart. I think you might have just about heard that. Linda says hello. Sean's on as well. He's a regular. Says hello. Come on. Nice to get the 20 before 5G, but not sure that's going to quite happen. It's definitely not going to happen. Well, there's a few more people on than are in chat, so I'll say it again. We've got Stuart on. If you're watching and you want to chat and you can't because you don't have a chat bar at the bottom, you need, and you're on YouTube, you need to set up your YouTube channel. It only takes a few minutes, very simple thing to do, so that basically gives you your name to be able to chat with. Because you can't chat without a name, whereas on Facebook you do your name before you do anything like that. So I can't remember the exact things to do. Click on your picture or click on anywhere where it kind of says your channel or set up your channel. Follow the instructions, just do the basics, and when you come back on and look at the thing at the bottom, miraculously appears a bar with a little smiley face, and it will say chat publicly as, well, mine says chat publicly as Shades Macaroni because that's my YouTube name. Yours will say chat publicly as whatever your name you've chosen. You then click on that. Sometimes you've got to click on it 2 or 3 times. If you're on your phone, clicking on it a couple of times will bring up your little keyboard and you just type away like you do when you're texting people or whatever. Or give it a go, nothing to lose. And if you're just watching and you don't want to chat, that's absolutely fine as well. So we might. I think we will get to 20, won't we? That'll be nice. I know it's not too far then when I come back after the break. And when you've got the chat up, just say hello. That's all we need to say. That's Linda. What? Waiting for a moment to run for it. Run! Well, you didn't show up on the screen, that's alright. You just managed to stay, or did you? Oh no, you're on the other side. It's mirrored, isn't it? Duh. You would have just come out the corner. There you go. There's a delay, you've probably noticed when you're streaming, they do it for the sake of gamers so that people can't cheat watching other people stream, go on the same game and beat them because they can see where they are and what they're doing. So there is about a 20. It's up to 40 seconds, but I've done a couple of things to get it down a bit. But there's a delay basically between real time and when it goes out of round about 20 seconds, which is why you'll chat something sometimes and I won't see it for a little bit. Also, sometimes because I just concentrate on cycling and don't see it on the chat. So apologies. A lot of streamers don't like people writing things twice. If you've written something, I'll try and answer every question that anybody says. So if you've written something and I haven't answered it, write it again. I won't be offended. You have, Sean. Amazing support, thank you. Along with the protein bars and things. Two more minutes and then we take a break. Hopefully the stream will carry on running and I will come back after the clap and start setting it back up again. I'll put it onto the off for a pit stop, be back until I actually physically come back. Then I'll put it onto the screen where you'll see the photo, the picture of me. The only thing you won't see is the map. That will go black when I'm trying to reset it. So you'll see me going like that basically for a little while, and then I'll go and we're ready to go. And if I need to go to the loo, I must remember to take the microphone off. Although on the Be Back Soon screen, I don't have the microphone set up for obvious reasons. You have, Ed? What's the word? Stalwarts? And I cannot express the gratitude I have for the support that you've been given. There aren't words. Right, it's about to clock on to the, oh no, still got another minute to go yet. And it gives you guys time to, back on, Matt's back on. We're just about to go off, Matt. I'm leaving the stream running just to go and do the clap. And then I will have to set the trainer back up again because obviously I'll lose the Bluetooth. So probably about, well, hopefully if the stream keeps running, you'll kind of be able to see. I'm going to go on to the Be Back screen just while I'm doing the clap. When I come back on, I'll go onto the screen so you can see me on camera, but I won't be riding at that point. I'll be setting everything up. And then what you'll probably see when the map comes back up, because there'll be a big black space where the map is, when the map comes back up, that's when I'll be starting. You've still got a bit to go. So I am going to stop now, and I'll be back as soon as I can. Thanks, guys. Oh. Without further ado, I will start. So, 19.8 we stopped on, and we have this bit to do. And away we go. A few miles left to go yet. My fly's done up, I can't tell. Yes, they are. Back on that. Wow, that is as good as it started off before. Usually when I go off, it's an absolute nightmare. I had to turn all of the Bluetooths had all gone off basically, but got them all going again. So yeah, had a little chat sing along. Don't wanna be all by myself anymore. Du-du-du-du. I don't know the words. I had to allow that. Apparently that could be considered offensive. It said show or hide. Probably I just the word condom, I guess. Use my cursor up there, so it's not going to do any damage when I reset it. So the red line's right back at the beginning again, but hopefully it will move along that a little bit quicker than the other one did because it's a much shorter distance. We had a good clap. Ed joined in. You finished off your line. All by myself. Don't want to be all by myself anymore. And I spoilt it by putting soon be back on in the middle of it, which is not one of the lines from the song. I'll get the hair gel out for the weekend. That was a welcome break. Or was it a Premier Inn? Or a Holiday Inn? That's welcome break service station, isn't it? I think. Lynn just bought some more bananas, so I'm going to actually have this now, and then I can have some more banana on my curry. Convenient bin. Doesn't work out too bad, this setup this way. Makes me feel like I've got a bit more space around me. The other way, you're really close up to the wall. It's a shame I can't get Discord going, because then we could have like the odd voice guest. But for some reason, well, I think I know some of the reasons. When I plug the Ethernet in, I lose sound on Discord, which apparently is quite a common problem, but you kind of need an expert to fix it. So I can use Discord absolutely fine when I'm gaming. So you've got voice to voice, but my Ethernet doesn't like it, so I have to change some settings in the router. But I'm not going to do that. Well, I don't have a expert around, because I don't think Linda would be too pleased if I messed up the internet. In fact, well, I wouldn't be too pleased if I messed up the internet. Otherwise, this goes down the pan, doesn't it? No, I didn't. What was the other one last time? It's the Bowls Club one side, retirement home the other side, wasn't it? Or care home or something. Well, that is the natural progression, isn't it, of the sports. Playground, football, tennis, cricket, bowls, cemetery. And that is the exact order that, which one is it? Tetbury, as far as I remember. Tetbury Bowls Club, and well, is in a public park area, and that is the order of those things. They're all in a line like that. Children's Play Park, I think that's what they have. Children's Play Park. I think it's tennis, football and rugby, cricket, bowls club, cemetery. I'm pretty certain that's the order. It's been a while since I played there. Oh, the zoo, yeah, we had a zoo last night, didn't we? Yeah. Matt's back. Matt and Lucy. But Lucy's back doesn't quite rhyme as well as Matt's back. Lucy Matt's back. Talking gibberish now. It's that time of the night. Thank you all for coming back. Hope you had a good clap, or not. You remember what the zoo was, Joe? I bet we don't go. I'd like to go past Chester Zoo. Like Chester Zoo. Chester Zoo. Matt, lads. I am very pleased with my lens. Beautiful piece of equipment. And it means that on most photography sessions, or when I go out, I will literally only need, because of the range these modern lenses have now, 2 lenses to do pretty much everything. That's pretty impressive. I think I started off with about 6 or 7. Some of those are redundant now. I'll tell you what, when I put that camera on that tripod now, it's like OCD in overdrive. check, double check, push down again, check it again, put a bit of gaffer tape over the switch just to make sure. Anybody else found this tough tonight? Only I could swap the cadence and the miles per hour over. Oh, sorry, and the yeah, the cadence and the speed. Soon get it done then, won't we? 71 miles an hour. Start flying through the countryside. Edinburgh Zoo yesterday with the care homes opposite. Oh, I thought it was a bowls club. Okay, that was another bowls club we went past, wasn't it? That was yeah. Thinking about that, that was way earlier, wasn't it? When I waved to the bowls club or the people that weren't there. Edinburgh Zoo and a care home. That was right, because I said I could fit into either of those. I'm looking forward to going through Leeds. I actually grew up in York, I didn't grow up in Leeds. But Peter, who was my best school time and still best mate, I have to say I got a double best mate. I got my present best mate and my school best mate, like a lot of people have, I suppose. He moved to Leeds, so if ever I go up north now, I don't go back to York. I nearly always go to Leeds. To be honest, where I lived, I mean, York hasn't changed a lot because obviously it's a very historic town and they're not allowed to change it. But where I lived has changed a lot. You've got a better memory than me, Joe. Behind the co-op, that was it. Yeah, it's all flooding back now. See? Why is it showing that? That's not live, I can tell you. Ah, see, that's the one that looks live to me. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Hello? All by myself, I'm now live. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch myself. So, we're back. Matt's first back on. Matt Lucy's first back on. Must be on Facebook now as well, just to see the last little bit. The mileage map. Well, when we stopped, we were at. That is live, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, confusing myself. When we stopped, Matt, we were at 19.8. So 22.8 at the moment. So basically, whatever it says up there, plus 19.8 is where we're at. I've got a feeling you got a good chance. We'll have to wait for the chat to catch itself back up. I think you guys will be able to see the chat on the YouTube chat itself. You just won't see it on the screen. I'm going to do what I've done before. Chat box. Delete. Add a chat box. Who's that? Joe. You like this stream as well. He's a very likable person. Chat box up to there. Oh no, it's gone down again. Up to there. Stay there. Do as you're told. Stay there. Right, so that chat box will hopefully start populating once it's all caught itself back up again. Have a look at the YouTube on that side for me. Yeah, so that's in that, so the YouTube will catch back up. Yeah, so just remember 19.8 plus whatever you see up there. Well, considering the amount of times the other couple of days, that's not been too bad so far. It's probably going to prove me wrong now and drop out about 5 times before the finish now, just to really test me. Let's put that cursor up there. I don't like having the cursor near a button because it's a cordless mouse, so obviously it goes to sleep when it's left for a while, and I have that kind of worry that I'll leave it over the end stream button and have to tap it very carefully. So I'll try and put it in an area where it can't do any damage when I click on the mouse to wake it up. That sounded quite, no, I was going to say it sounded quite quiet, but I'm just looking at the audio levels are actually not too bad, I don't think. I don't know how clear it is. What's the audio quality like? Very breathy. Starting to cool down a bit now, which makes the cycling a little bit easier. Oh, we've got a cool sunset coming up here. I wish I could turn it around and show you. I need a second camera to have it facing that way. A head cam. Very, very bright red sun. There's not like masses like, you know, that kind of sunset. It's just a really sort of big red sun with the clouds sort of just poking through. Cutting it in half. It looks like Saturn at the moment. you can see the difference with the modern style lens as well. In that you wouldn't know it's getting dark at the moment. The way it can adjust the apertures, and they have much less glass in the way, because obviously when you've got lenses in DSLRs, you only see the front and the back lens, but they've often got like 5 or 6, 7 lenses in them. It's the quality of those that means that the light doesn't get doesn't have to work as hard. Having said that, probably suddenly will go dark. I haven't adjusted that at all, it's just doing that. So the aperture hasn't actually changed as such. It's just what it's capable of keeping level. Chat's caught back up. Certainly on YouTube anyway. Whoa. Ow, ow, ow. Looking forward to my rest day. I'll miss you guys for a day. I'm not sure I have time, or whether it depends on how I'm feeling well-wise, but I'd love to be able to do like a little tiny tutorial on how to set up your YouTube channel, so that when people come on, I mean, Stuart did it. Stuart's pretty good on computers, and same with you, I guess. Matt and Lucy, you know your way around phones and laptops and things like that. But just so I can say, just pop off a second, click on the tutorial that says how to set up the channel, and just do that. Although I could probably put a link, there's probably thousands of how to simply set up your channel tutorials, so I can probably just put a link to one of those, because there's a way, isn't there, where you can put links into the chat. Somebody says, oh, how do I do this? I can somehow, I don't know how you do it, just put the link up in chat. It seems a shame sometimes. I know, it's only a few people anyway watching, but when you see 8 or so people and there's only 4 or 5 chatting, you shouldn't think the others possibly would like to chat. And it is fairly simple to do. It's not like you're setting up a channel to say you have to stream or anything like that. It's just literally like setting up, like you set up Facebook kind of thing, but even simpler. I think Matt and Lucy, you'd agree with that, isn't it? It wasn't exactly majorly overcomplicated. Oh, come on. Legs, legs, legs. Keep going, keep going. Thank you for liking the stream, Ed. I've got a double overlay there just to try and catch the YouTube ones, which still don't work. But so I quite like it because it gives a little bit of a 3D effect, because you can see the other one behind it slightly, and they're slightly out of sync. Yeah. And once it's done, it's done. Means you can go on any stream then and put your 2 penneth in. And there's some good streamers out there. I mean, even if you're not majorly into gaming, there's some good people out there who, you know, they're just interesting to sort of listen to as well. That's why I like to say rake it, you know, because although he's streaming, he's chatting to the people as well. So, although he's gaming, sorry, he's chatting to the people as well. It's a good rapport going. It just comes across as like a, you know, somebody you can just talk to naturally. You ask questions, things like that. And you talk about anything, not just that, you know. I suppose a bit like this in a way, you know, it doesn't have to be about the ride. Somebody, you know, we can talk about all sorts of stuff. People want to ask me any questions about anything. Remember when I first started watching this guy called Krojak, and I just found him extremely interesting. Had very, you know, really interesting views on stuff. I didn't used to watch it for him playing this game. Oh, thanks, Linda. Wifey's liked my own stream. She's probably like me to finish it. She doesn't have a YouTube account. I haven't shown her how to do it yet. I should do really, shouldn't I? Yasmin's liked it as well. Oh, does that mean Yasmin's on Facebook? Linda's on Facebook. So people on Facebook. But I'm not sure whether I can see the Facebook chat. Somebody chat on Facebook and I'll see if I can see it. Nothing's come up in the multi-stream, but I'm guessing that means the video's working on it, which is good. We'll soon find out if it comes up. Nice little bit of love finish off with. Yeah, that's just my view on streaming. It's not about necessarily what people are doing, it's just about whether you like those people or not. I do not confess to be a professional streamer of any sort, and I can imagine that there won't be very few people other than my friends who'd find this interesting enough to watch lots of it. I might pop in and see bits and pieces, but there's some pretty interesting people out there. I remember having about a 2.5 hour chat conversation with guy Condition 13, all about drug use and stuff like that. Real kind of in depth. As people know, I work in the drug trade, as in I work with people with addiction problems and trying to help them out. We had very differing views on certain situations, but it was a really good conversation. The amazing things of the internet, amazing possibilities there are now. So many different avenues, aren't there, nowadays, of how you can get your kind of outside of social norm, outside of physical social, which obviously at the moment is actually non-existent. Different routes you can go down, in watching streams, YouTube, chats, Zoom, house party, all of those kind of things, and they're all kind of different. So I suppose it's nice that they're horses for courses. I think the only thing that you get with that is if you get people who are friends socially but like different versions or different ways of getting their media entertainment, and they don't meet up. And on the online stuff, if somebody prefers looking at YouTube stuff and somebody else prefers doing Facebook, or even people prefer the console side and other people prefer the PC side. It has come up. I've been watching, skipping between Facebook and YouTube. I can assure you, Yasmin, that your chat has now come up on my multi-stream bit, and has come up on the screen as well. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and at the moment it's working. Clunk, off it goes. I hope it doesn't. The ideal thing would be for me, I suppose, would be to have a nice, decent size tablet that I can have in front of me here, to be able to see the chat, because then I could see the chat on the actual, what you guys are looking at. I can see that when the multi-stream works, but that doesn't work all the time. So it means I'm kind of doing that, which really I should be looking like that, because that's, I don't know, I should be looking at that because that's you basically, isn't it? So if I had the laptop, at least my head's facing in the right direction. Not laptop, tablet. I have a tablet, but it's donkey's years old, so I don't think it would work. It may do. It'd be worth having a look at. Stretching those, bit of cramp in the legs, just try and squeeze out a little bit more power, get me to the end. Thank you for carry on watching, Yasmin, through the difficulties for you on the Facebook side. I wish I could fix it, but I think it's Facebook's, or it's either Facebook's or it's Streamlabs. I don't know which one it is. Shouldn't blame either. It's a bit like on sort of Formula One, isn't it, where it's like, was it the engine? Oh well, we don't know yet, we need to put some investigation in, because they don't want to blame their engine manufacturers, only to find out it was the clutch. So I don't know what the problem is exactly. I think it's possibly just the signal strength we get around here is possibly not really capable of running 2 platforms at once. As I say, I have heard that it is the case that if you have more than one platform, i.e. YouTube and Facebook, it does take more bandwidth, which needs more internet. And I think we've already established the internet here in Chuck Country is a bit dodgy. It's not your limited knowledge. Joe can run you through setting up a YouTube channel if you want. Matt's already said it isn't too difficult. We'll do it. I'm going to do it for Linda, just in case she wants to chat, which should probably be something like, hurry up and finish, I'm starving. Although I could, if she's listening on YouTube, say, I think we could safely say, you could put the oven on about now, and then I can come in and do the rest. Unless we're doing it in the microwave, then don't bother. I have to confess, my bum really hurts. And my legs are really hurting as well. But I'm feeling quite happy because I can see another little marker like my little bike marker. But that little marker has got a little checkered flag in it. So we're going to shoot off the whatever the road is that we're on. I haven't been paying too much attention to the road that we're on. Well, that's taken a lot more than 20 minutes. I thought we had about 20 minutes left. We had a lot more than that, didn't we? Oh, I think I've got pressure sores on pressure sores, Yasmin. Oh, Linda. Oh, she's on Facebook. That's why. That's cheating. Anybody can do it on Facebook. I don't mean that. Yeah, microwave sounds good. I think it says best done in the microwave, so best it be. No, it kind of recovers quite well over the day. I think tomorrow has come at just the right time though. It hurts a bit when you first get on and then you kind of get used to it, and then towards the end it starts hurting again. And you kind of think, well, the answer is to put a big saddle on, but that's not, it doesn't work like that. You then end up getting problems with your legs and your knees and things like that. That's why the saddles are designed the way they are. Better a sore bum than knackered knees. and it's certainly much better since I've adjusted it up higher. I have to try that out when I'm actually riding it for real like that. And I thought I had it because obviously when I got this new saddle, every time I went out for a ride I adjusted it a bit this way, a bit that way until I got it how I thought I liked it. But this seems even better. Yeah, Ed, we are nearly there. Off the long haul road now. That's a bridge that we're going across, or whether probably goes underneath, doesn't it? I would have thought, and a little slip road that goes down, and the main road itself is the bridge. Still smiling. For me, I'm so impressed with this lens. Still looks like broad daylight. It doesn't outside around here. There's no sun at all. And I haven't adjusted with the other one, which I'm sure there was something wrong with the other one anyway before. There certainly is now. I was constantly having to adjust the exposure through the computer just to try and keep it up when it got dark. And eventually we couldn't cope with it at all. And we had that night ride one where things really went wrong. Right. So 7, we're on 27.5 basically at the moment. So I think it is very clear already before we finish. I'm going to get these bits kind of out the way so we can sort of stop, finish, and I don't keep you hanging around too much longer. So yes, we are now on 27 point. Oh, somebody clicked up, didn't it? 27.7. So there is only one winner possible now, because that is the only one who's still. It's Matt on 28. Stuart's cheeky little guess nearly came into fruition, but that has just gone by the by. He was 26.5, so that went out the window at 27 point. I don't know. All I know is that we're going to be near. I thought I had it in my head, all the figures then, and then suddenly they've just gone straight out my head. But I am absolutely 100% certain that we're going to be very close to 28. In fact, it seems to be changing very quickly. We are, when that gets to 8.2, 19.8 and 8.2, as far as I know, is 28. Even in my knackered state. So we're actually going to go over 28. Oh, and I've just gone up. Oh, I don't mind pushing it just a little bit at the end. Got a day off, haven't I? Nice day off. Stick an injection in me, feel crap all day. That's fine. Makes me feel good for the rest of the week. I've got a feeling we're almost getting to the stage where a little bit of mosquito repellent might be needed every now and again. Oh. Yes and no, Yasmin. Do my legs recover? Um, they are going to need tomorrow to recover. I don't know whether you caught that bit between your flitting between the two, but I'm now making Friday a recovery day, so there won't be a stream tomorrow. The next one will be back on the Saturday at 2 o'clock. So anybody who's watching now and wants to join in the next one, Saturday at 2 o'clock, could be a biggie. It's the weekend after all. And the one interesting thing over the weekend is I'm pretty certain at some stage between Saturday and Sunday we will be crossing over into England, which I'm kind of excited about. Yeah, well over 28 now. Oh, just that last little bit. Just willing it to go along. Oh, this is burning into the cars now. And I know, Ed, I've gone up the pace, but it's near the end, so it doesn't matter. It's my finishing sprint, as much as I can. A sprint anyway. You'll see the length of the white line at the bottom change when we actually officially reach the end. It suddenly gets slightly longer. There, like that. Which means you've finished. I get a little blue signal in the bottom of my screen from the trainer saying that I finished. So, well done, Matt. Good guess. Oh, just as we say that, the garden lights come on. Not that you can see them. If you want to join tomorrow, 2 o'clock, more than welcome. I'll be more than grateful to have you there. And I'll let you get off to have a bit of your evening to yourselves. So thank you very much, everybody. Always grateful. Love in abundance. Stay safe and peace out. Thank you. Bye-bye.